Hey, I'm a real estate agent in Kansas City. Here's how to sell a home without using my services. Hey, and welcome to Fountain City. My name is Jalen. I'm a real estate agent, and I decided to make this video because I want to help you if you're looking to sell a home in Kansas City without using my services as a real estate agent. Now, why am I doing this, you might be asking? Well, the purpose of my channel is to seek the prosperity of Kansas City, and I understand that there are a lot of people out there who feel like they can sell their home on their own. And guess what? Kansas City real estate is hot. There are a lot of people who have successfully been able to sell a home on their own. So taking my experience as an agent, here's everything that I would do to sell a home without using a realtor. So if you're looking to go for sale by owner, or FSBO as we'll call it in this video, one of the things that you're going to have to overcome is exposure. The multiple listing service, or MLS, is where realtors list the homes that they have for sale, and from there they get pulled to other websites like Zillow, Trulia, Redfin. All of those draw from the multiple listing service. So if you don't have your home there with the realtor, then that's going to be your biggest hurdle, is because people are not going to know that your great home is for sale. I would consider that there are a lot of places that you can post your home that you're probably not thinking about. Number one is Facebook Marketplace. There are so many homes listed on Facebook Marketplace for sale, and so many realtors, including myself, list the homes that they have for sale on Facebook Marketplace because it's a great place for exposure. People are looking to rent homes there. People are looking to buy homes there. And a lot of people don't know that. So list it on Facebook Marketplace. List it on Craigslist. I know Craigslist is slightly antiquated, but Craigslist, especially for people who aren't as caught up with the times, is still a very viable place to buy and sell things. All of these places will provide you exposure. Make sure to list on both Zillow and Redfin. They both have sections that for sale by owners, or FSBOs, can list their homes, and many times I see a home that's listed on Zillow, that's FSBO, but I don't see it listed on Redfin. All of those places are going to be places that you need to check out and list your home there. There are also specialized sites, like specialized for sale by owner sites, that you might want to look up in the Kansas City metro area. All of these things will give your home more exposure, because that's the thing that you're going to be lacking, is exposure. Exposure is great, but if you feel like all of those sites aren't getting you enough exposure, then consider going with a flat fee listing agent. And let me explain. I know this is a video where I said you're going to list without an agent, but what a flat fee agent will do is basically just say, okay, I'm just going to post your home on the MLS. Basically, that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to post it, and I'm not going to do anything else for you. A full service realtor will pay for your pictures, will pay for your advertising, will pay for your marketing, will act as your agent and your advocate, but a flat fee listing service is not going to do that. But that may be the way that you get as much exposure as you need for your home to sell. It's always great to research where you're going to post your home, but now you got to set a timeline for yourself to move. So this is where you need to know your market statistics. Know your market statistics. And it's really not hard to look up. If you go to the KCRER website, that's the Kansas City Regional Association of Realtors, you can look up your county, and you can look at the statistics of your county, how long houses take to sell. Because if you're looking to sell and you're moving especially, then what you're going to want to focus on is days on market. Days on market. And days on market is basically how long it takes for a home to hit the market and to get an accepted offer. So days on market could be really long, days on market could be really short. In 2023, if you're watching this in 2023, days on market are trickling up from where it was in 2021 or 2022 because of higher interest rates. You're going to want to know the statistics for the days on market in your particular county. The reason that you're going to want to know that is because you're going to have to set your timeline for when you need to be out of the house. So say you're listing your home here in Kansas City and you're hoping to move to Texas, or you're hoping to move to Florida. Well, your timeline is going to be particularly important to you, because you're going to need to know, when am I going to close on the house? When are we going to move out? Now, you may be in a situation where you can go buy your home in Florida without selling your home in Kansas City, but it's also still good to know. The days on market statistic is true for houses listed on the MLS, but it's not necessarily going to be true for a house that's for sale by owner. So if your house is for sale by owner, then you're going to have to expect that the days on market is going to be higher than the average, because you're not going to have as much exposure, even if you list it on all those sites that I listed before, that a house listed on the MLS will have. So another thing that I would do is I would start researching your neighborhood. Go to Zillow, go to Trulia, go to Realtor.com, and start saving the homes that are like yours in the area, and then take a note for when they go pending. Typically, once they go pending, you have anywhere from 30 to 45 days until that home closes and that sale goes through. So add the time that it takes for a home to go from active to pending, and then add that to the 30 to 45 days that it takes for a finance sale to go through, and then you have the average timeline for a house that's on the MLS to sell. Now keep in mind, if you're not working on the MLS, then it's going to take, I would estimate double the days on market. So if the days on market in your county is 41 days, I would say it's going to take about 80 days for you to get an accepted offer. I don't have hard stats on this because there's not necessarily a place where we keep all the FSBO stats. I would just say you're going to average double the time that it takes to sell a house on the MLS. Now that you have where you're going to post your home, now that you have a rough estimate of your timeline, what I would do is to get your house ready for pictures. Don't just walk through your home with your kids' toys on the floor and your bed not made and just snap a few pictures. I would get your home ready for pictures. So that means pick up, get things in storage, get things organized, and then it's tied in with the second step is take professional pictures. Please take professional pictures. Spend a little bit of money, call a place that takes professional real estate photography. It's going to make a world of difference when people see your home on a Zillow or on a Facebook marketplace if the pictures are done professionally. A professional photographer will have wide angle lenses. A professional photographer will know how to edit these photos to make sure that they're very clean and crisp. And guess what? Unless you're a professional editor, you probably don't possess these skills. I see so many homes listed on for sale by owner sites or on Zillow or on Redfin that are just not done well. There's somebody who just decided to take their iPhone 7 and snap a few pictures, and that's just not presenting your home to potential buyers in the best possible light. A lot of buyers are going to bypass your home because they're not going to see your home as a viable option because you didn't take professional pictures. I included the name of the company that I use. They're called The Perfect Spot. They do fantastic work for me and for my clients. And so if you decide that you want to take professional photos, give them a call. They'll give you a reasonable quote for however many photos you need. I would recommend at least 30, and you'd be surprised at the difference that they can make. It's just going to be a marginal fee, and I would recommend, and you're going to earn it back after you sell your home anyway. So you have your professional photos done. You've listed it on these multiple places. Here's what to put in your listing. And here's another thing that I would do. I would work with buyer's agents. I would put in your listing that you're offering a buyer's agent commission. And here's why. The typical model in our market is that the seller pays the commissions. What's very common in our market is a 6% commission to sell a home that the seller pays. So for example, if you were selling a home that was worth $100,000, then you would net $94,000 after that 6% commission was paid. Now half of that goes to the buyer's agent, half of that goes to the listing agent. So $3,000 would go to the buyer's agent, $3,000 would go to the listing agent. Now that's a very rudimentary description of the commission model, but if you don't offer a buyer's agent commission, then those buyer's agents are not going to have incentive to bring their buyers to the home. A lot of buyers, because in a lot of the standard models of commissions in real estate in America, because they're not necessarily paying their buyer's agent, they don't mind working with the buyer's agent because they know that the seller is going to be paying both real estate commissions. What's going to happen if you don't offer that commission? Well, unfortunately, it shouldn't be this case, but I know unfortunately there are going to be some buyer's agents who don't necessarily see your house as a viable option. They're going to be protecting their own paycheck, and they're not going to be seeing your house as a viable option for their buyers. So if you are looking to tap into the pool of buyers that buyer's agents work with, then I would really consider offering a commission. Now, it doesn't have to be the standard 3%. All commission is negotiable. So you could offer 1% or 2% or 3% or 2.5%. Now, I know you said, oh, hey, I'm trying to not work with an agent, but I'm just trying to tell you like it is. I'm trying to position you for the best success that you could possibly have, because while you're still working with the buyer's agent, you're representing yourself instead of hiring a seller's agent. So instead of paying the common 6% commission, you'd be only paying half of that at most. So I would consider working with a buyer's agent and putting that in your listing, whether it be Zillow, whether it be Redfin, whether it be any FSBO site that you listed on. Say, we will offer a buyer's agent commission of X amount, and factor that in to your bottom line. Now, a word on pricing. A lot of the for sale by owners that I see are priced very, very aggressively. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I see a lot of for sale by owners, and a lot of them are priced incorrectly. If you want your home to sell, then I would price it correctly. In 2023, I would price it for the price that you expect to get for your house. If you want $300,000 and you factor in that buyer's agent commission of 3% or what have you, then make sure you put that into the price that you want. Make sure you know that there are going to be small fees that the title company charges to close your home. Make sure that if you do hire a flat fee service to get your home on the MLS, factor that into your costs. If you too aggressively price it, then guess what? The only people that are going to be calling you when your listing goes live are real estate agents that want to list your home. Now that brings me to the next thing that I would do. If I was selling a home without an agent, the next thing that I really want you to know is you need to pick up your phone. You really, really need to pick up your phone. Let me let you in on a little secret. When your listing goes live on Zillow or Realtor.com or Redfin or what have you, a majority of the calls that you're going to get are going to be from listing agents who want to list your home. To realtors for sale by owners are a source of people who are ready, willing, and able to sell a home in their market, and they're trying to do it without a realtor, and so we see that as leads for our business. Now, we're not trying to pester you, but unfortunately, there are some people who go FSBO who, after a while, after they get the 100th call from an agent who wants to list their home, they stop picking their phone up. Now, this is the perfect recipe to miss a legitimate buyer. So here's what I would do. Here's the conversation that I would have with an agent to cut the fluff, to cut through the scripts that we have to try to get you to list your home with us. I would just say, hey, listen, thank you for your interest in my house. Do you have a buyer for me? And if so, please tell me about them. Do you have a buyer for me? And if so, please tell me about them. And then make the conversation about their buyer, because if they do truly have a buyer for you, then they'll be able to tell you, oh, okay, yeah, we're looking in your area. We need a parcel of land. Oh yeah, we're looking for a townhouse in your location. And you'll be able to cut through the fluff of the scripts of, hey, I would like to list your house, yada, yada, yada. And you can get to the agents who actually have buyers for you, which are the agents that you want. And then if you detect that the agent is kind of evading your questions about the buyer, just say, when would you like to see the house? When would you like to bring your buyer to see the house? What I would not do is I would not hold an open house, because most of the open houses that I see FSBOs hold, you know who goes to them? Agents who want to list that house. They're well attended, but they're well attended by agents who want to list that house. So if you're looking for buyers that can buy your house, I wouldn't necessarily bother with the open house. Now, before showing your home, what I would do is I would get familiar with the documents that are going to be involved. Now, here's where you could reach out to a real estate attorney for a marginal fee. They could help you draft the contracts that you need to sell your house. There are many agents who would happily serve as a transaction coordinator, meaning that I don't necessarily have to put your home on the market. I don't necessarily have to advertise for you. I don't necessarily have to manage the calls for you. I basically just walk you through the standard contracts of what it means to buy and sell in Kansas City. And I would be happy to do that if you want. I've put my contact information here below. If you're confused about the documents and you want to sell your house on your own, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to explain what the contracts are. I'd be more than happy to explain all the disclosures and documents that you need to give to the buyer to make sure that you're covered legally, because this is a legal transaction between you and the potential buyer of your home. And the great thing about hiring an agent who's just a transaction coordinator is that we are not charging nearly as much for just pushing paperwork than we are for doing a full service listing where we market the home, where we negotiate on your behalf, etc. So again, if you're interested in that, reach out to me. If all else fails, then schedule a consultation with the listing agent. I would love to talk to you. If you found this helpful, this is my style of teaching. This is my style of communication. I want to help you sell your home in Kansas City. And this video was dedicated to doing it without me. But if you decide that, hey, this is too much, I don't want to do this, then please give me a call. I leverage Facebook. I leverage podcasting. I leverage all the technology to get your home sold in a timeline that will work for you. So I put my contact information down below, 626-226-6611, and I would love to hear from you. At this point, you've gotten a showing. Get ready for your showing. Make sure you declutter. Make sure you put things in storage, or put things at least in your garage, or at least in closets, so your home shows well. And here's a big tip for you for showing your home. Make sure your home smells nice. There are so many times where I'll walk a buyer into a home and it'll be otherwise perfect, and some odor that was undisclosed hits their nostril, and they decide that this is not the home for them. If you can go to Target or Walmart and get a very neutral Glade plug-in, what I recommend is anything with like fresh linens is usually not overpowering, and it's very neutral and it neutralizes odor. That's kind of what you're looking for, because if you have pets in your home, if you have kids like I do, if you cook, all of these things leave odors that we're unaware of because we're living in them. So I'm not saying that you're a stinky person. I'm just saying that we all have odors in our house that are unbeknownst to our nose, but when somebody walks in, that's a very strong first impression if your house smells not to their liking. So go ahead and invest in those and get ready for a showing. After that, I hope you get a contract. I hope you get a closing date that would work for you.